Hey everybody, Aaron Rift here, along with good old JM, Jeff Meacham. We are at LA Live. We have WWE Smackdown about to start in just a few hours. Jeff, how excited are you for this show tonight?
I'm more excited to be here with you. To be honest, I never see you anymore.
It's been a long time.
Since February.
You know, I'm thinking we should do a mock draft sometime this weekend and put it up on the channel where we each pick our own rosters for Raw and SmackDown.
I think we should record it maybe this weekend. Yeah, it's good idea. Good idea.
We got a lot of stuff coming up too. We also have the NoDQ.com year-end awards. We have the NoDQ.com Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of content coming up. Hopefully Jeff will have more of a presence, but we're here now, and there's not really much else to say about SmackDown. The Rock will be there. Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar. Do you think we're going to get a new champion?
Yes.
I hope so.
I don't know if I hope so necessarily, because I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan, but I think the fact that they're having Brock appear for the first time on SmackDown in 15 years or whatever it is, I think it's almost like they're telegraphing. Like I said in the chat earlier, in the group chat, it's almost like they're telegraphing that we're going to see it, so maybe we won't. We've not seen the new SmackDown stage yet. I haven't gone on. I've been offline all day, so I want to be surprised when I see it.
I saw it. It looks really cool.
Does it? Okay.
It looks different from the Raw stage.
That's good.
That's definitely a positive.
It's definitely a positive.
Hopefully, Kofi Mania finally comes to an end tonight.
Damn.
We gotta have
Kofi.
We gotta have the Beast dominate again, and maybe eventually.
No, we don't, because the Beast will appear once a month, if that.
Well,
we need a champ that's going to be there every week. We don't need Hulk Hogan back anymore.
Oh, okay. So before we get to NXT and AEW, which I would like to talk about, your thoughts on the Hogan and Flair promo from Raw. What do you think about that match for Crown Jewel? I know you're the biggest Hogan fan.
I am the biggest Hogan fan. There's no question about that. But I am not a fan of the whole. I'm not a fan of the whole Crown Jewel thing in the first place. I think it's very clear in the chat that we have every week that blood money. I think it's awful. I think the whole show's awful, and I think that anybody that lends themselves to that show is awful, including Hulk, including Nate. And I think that if they get physically involved, it's going to tarnish. I mean, Flair is 70 years old. Hogan's, 60, 66, 67? There's no reason for them to get physically involved. Hogan's, I got one more leg drop in, brother. No, you don't, Terry. You don't. No more leg drops. You're done, dude. You've got a bad back and bad hips and bad knees. Stop.
Well, you might get to see one. Who knows?
Oh, God Almighty. But yeah, I'm glad I got to see Hulk on Monday. I'm glad he's here tonight. I'm glad Flair's here tonight. I'm glad Sting is here, and Stone Cold, and The Undertaker, and The Rock, and everybody. But I don't want to see those guys every single week.
Right.
And that's been a huge problem with WWE as far as the Raw and SmackDown brands go. They're focused on nostalgia more than they are on the current product.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Without interrupting us.
Sorry.
Jeff, you in trouble.
It's my son's friend calling.
William Losh, $2 super chat says, early predictions. Who's taking the Hogan leg drop?
Oh, hi, buddy. Are you okay?
Well, if anybody does take the leg drop, I think it would be... Let's see, who's the lowest totem pole? See, I don't know the entire team, so if I know the team, I could say, but I would think it would be somebody like Jinder Mahal. If Jinder Mahal comes back for Crown Jewel, then I think that...
All right, good. Have a good afternoon,
I think that it would be somebody like Jinder, but yeah, I really don't know at this point. Again, like Jeff said, I don't know if that's even a realistic possibility.
Sorry, my son got picked up from school. I said to make sure.
Okay.
So what were you saying?
Oh, he was just asking about, who do you think would take the Hogan leg drop?
So far on the team,
hey, wait a minute.
We're back.
And we're back.
We told Mr. Cameo because you got a phone call.
As soon as our guy made a cameo in the video,
came in the promo.
He may need to make another photobomb because I'm not sure if that even came through on the video. I think somebody tried to sabotage it.
You to deactivate your phone while you're doing live streams. We've been doing this for 2 years now.
We're having a little bit of technical issues here. Okay, so I do want to bring up the AEW and NXT battle.
Yes.
I did go back and watch the NXT show on the network, and I thought it was great. It felt like a takeover. It was takeover quality.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle and Adam Cole had a great match. You had Finn Balor show up. The women's match was really solid. The whole show was great wrestling. Interestingly enough, I feel like AEW was more of the sports entertainment show than NXT. Now, you saw both shows. Which one did you think was better?
Matter of fact, you even said Wednesday night which I asked you what show you're watching. Haha, gonna try to have NXT TakeOver on too. So Aaron called it a takeover Wednesday night when he was talking about just me in a conversation. I'm a wrestling fan more than a sports entertainment fan, so I liked NXT more, but I definitely see where AEW was a huge hit because it had a lot of entertainment value to it. I liked Jericho's segment. I liked the end with Hager and Guevara and Ortiz and Santana and Jericho. I like the fact that there's competition. There's some sort of build for the elite now. There's some sort of opposition for the elite, not just Omega and Bucks and Cody dominating everything. I love that. I like the women's title match. It was good. I thought the women's match on NXT was better though, personally.
I agree.
I'm not a huge fan of Nyla. People are all high on Nyla. I don't understand it. And they're high on Riho. It's like, I guess she was good, but Candice and Shayna was great, in my opinion. Adam Cole and Matt Riddle are just ridiculous. They opened the show and they did an amazing job. They really led us into the rest of the night. I think if there was a weak point at all, if you want to call it weak, it was the tag title match on NXT. But I think the whole show overall delivered. I think the whole show on TNT delivered. And I think the fact that WWE acknowledged AEW's victory in the ratings, if you want to call it, because the ratings are so sketchy. But I think that the fact that they were acknowledged and that WWE made a good point though. It's a marathon, not a sprint. They won one night.
Right.
So we'll see what happens on Wednesday, and the Wednesday after that, and the Wednesday after that.
Nitro did win the first head-to-head battle.
They did, but I think it was even closer than this one was.
Yeah, this was a pretty wide margin. I mean, AEW definitely did better than I was expecting viewership-wise. 1.4 million is really good. Head-to-head with NXT, that's a great number.
1.4 on TNT in 2019 for wrestling is ridiculously good.
Yeah.
And the fact that USA, who's carried wrestling for almost 40 years, did less than 900,000 head-to-head with somebody is like interesting.
Right. Now, Cindy says with a $2 super chat, AEW needs to improve the women's division, just saying.
I agree with that. I agree with that, absolutely. I think their women's division is their weak point. If there is a weak point in AEW, it's their women's division. Because they're relying on name value of Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong. Beyond that, you've got people that have been in Impact for a while, people that have made their name in the Indies, but the mainstream audience doesn't know who they are. The mainstream knows Nyla Rose is because of her situation.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I'm not trying to cast disparity on that, but that's the reality of the situation.
Right.
So I think that they need to expand and grow the division by leaps and bounds if they're going to make any sort of headway in that department.
Right.
What do you think?
Oh, hey, we got good mic work. What the hell? What are you doing here? Here, you want to fill in for me for a second?
No, I'm just gonna pop my head in.
Go ahead, fill in for a second.
All right, now the stream got real. What's up, guys?
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Look at hi Greg. What's up, guys? I'm just sitting here on the other side of this live stream. Thought I'd pop my head in.
He's our audience for right now.
Cheers.
Give us a little bit and drinking a very ice cold beer still, or is it getting
ice
warm?
cold? Ice
cold from Smash Burger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Smash Burger beer.
Yay, Smash Burger beer.
Now, Greg, did you like NXT or AEW more?
I like them both. They were both kick ass.
Yep.
Better show. Got to go to AEW, but by a hair.
Were you surprised by the viewership for AEW?
Yeah, I was. I knew they'd win, but not by that much.
Right.
So happy for them. But it would have been a fail. It would have been a disappointment if they didn't win. The first week.
Now, for tonight, what's your prediction viewership-wise? Do you think they're going to break 3 million tonight?
What did Raw get?
Raw got like 2.5 million.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah.
If Raw got 2.5 in USA, Fox will get 3.
Totally.
Do you think they'll break 4?
No way.
Well, no, I'm here. Yeah, they will.
There you go.
Maybe this will break 4 now that Greg's on.
Yeah, right. 4. Yeah, definitely.
Now, what about CM Punk? Do you guys think there's any chance we see CM Punk tonight?
Yeah, he's gonna win the title.
He's cashing in his Fox contract.
Yeah, Fox contract. Yeah. Oh man.
That's funny shit.
I'm reading some of your super chats. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. Make sure you subscribe to NoDQ and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you soon.
Raj for Life is the name. I like that. That's cool. I like that.
Hey, Simply, what's her name? Cindy. How come you're not here?
Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy, where are you at? Make it right down from NorCal.
All right. Well, thanks to Greg for making the cameo there. Good, Mike.
Bye.
Are we sideways or is it me?
We're not sideways.
I mean, as far as like the phone's not like centered on us.
Oh, I don't know. But anyways,
Anyway.
you guys make sure you follow Good Mike Work on Twitter and check out his channel. Let's
Please.
go ahead and do a couple of quick plugs here. Any final thoughts about SmackDown, NXT, AEW?
Like I said, I'm looking forward to this being here. I've been to a live SmackDown in LA in a couple years. I went to one in Ontario last year, and I had fun with Webmaster Wade and his family and everything. But the boys are back together. I dig it the most, and it's cool to be back at Staples Center before the Kings started. So I'm happy to be home.
All right, so that's all we got. Make sure you guys stay tuned to NoDQ.com. He'll be tweeting at _Jeff Meacham.
Yep.
Follow at NoDQ, DOTCOM on Twitter for updates. And we'll be back tonight, hopefully
Late.
Pretty late. I'm guessing past 11, because we got to watch 205 live.
Right.
So the stream will be up a little bit later tonight, but we will give our thoughts on the show. Stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys next time.